One take, one take. This is NBA One Take featuring yours truly, Pretty Boy. Like this is NBA One Take for your head, NBA One Take for your brain. Um, listen, oh man, history. When you talk about history, just being made, you know. Um, wow, this game 4 between the Knicks and the Spurs, will go down in history. This is the biggest comeback in the history of the sport. When I talk about impact, obviously it's in the finals. Yeah, I've seen people come back 30 down, 35 down, and we've seen a lot of collapses. This was huge. The Knicks was down 29, and the Garden itself was in shock of what's happening. Fans across the board that went live and watch parties all over the city was in shock. Questionable officiating has always been the key, especially in the first half, but the Spurs wasn't missing at all. There was continuously hitting 3-point shots, 3-point shots, 3-point shots. I think they broke the record for the most threes made in the first half of the finals. But the Knicks played decent game, decent basketball in the first half, even though it was down 20-something. Now, second half, chip away, chip away, chip away, chip away. The Spurs went from here, slowly went all the way down to the end. And this is what happened. The Knicks continued to chip away, hitting shots, opening up the floor. And one thing I was seeing what they was doing was they had Wemby moving a lot on defense. Why? Because the assistant coaches from the Knicks are saying, the substitution pattern from Wemby is not happening. Yeah, why is that? He's playing way more minutes than he's supposed to. As great as Victor Wembanyama is, one thing he really has to work on is stamina, right? He plays like 30 something minutes a game, and then Cornette fills it out, get whatever, get 14, 15 minutes. But we have 44, and I got a text. I text somebody that was actually at the game, and I was like, "Yo, is Wemby tired?" He said, "Yeah, he's tired." I think the Knicks, and then their game plan. I'm hearing, I'm seeing the assistant coaches, Rick Brunson, and things like that, saying, "Look, we gotta open it up, but we gotta get Wemby moving on defense." And what's the best way to get him moving on defense is moving the ball side to side. Let him come in and out of 3 seconds on each side, and then he's gonna be running out to corner threes. And the guys just gotta nail it. Get him outside, get him out there defending, no matter what. Just get him moving. Don't let him be stationary waiting. Let him move to the ball to try to make a play. Because what's going to happen? They was going to fear Jalen Brunson. They was going to trap him. And they did. They was trapping Brunson in the second half. Trapping him. There was a lot of movement. Yeah. Mikal Bridges played terrible. But they kept in Jose. Undersized dude. but he did what he had to do. And what do you think happened after that? They chipped away. They chipped away. Wemby is tired on defense. The Spurs themselves had problems. Stephon Castle was in foul trouble for overaggression. A lot of these things was preventable for him. De'Aaron Fox didn't have the greatest game. I know they're going to talk about, yeah, he should have held the ball in this layup. Yeah, but you saw Josh Hart blew the layup, blew the layup. And Hart almost lost it, but his teammates surrounded him, telling him, we get it back, we'll get it back. And they did. Vassell was hot. He was hot. But they didn't let him do anything in the second half because they was on him. They made sure that there was somebody on him in his chest. Dylan Harper played a great game. He had 21. That kid right there played a great game. And that's what I was saying about that Harper versus Fox thing. That is going to be a real big conversation when it comes to who they're going to keep. Because they're keeping Castle and Wemby. Dylan Harper is a part of their future. That will be their big three. And then everything else will be interchangeable. Because that is right there, their big three. Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle, and Victor Wembanyama. We're going to the game. Listen, I'm not a Knicks fan, but I'm the energy, the energy coming through the screen, and the garden was shaking. In my friend's words, he said it was shaking, and they paid a lot of money for those tickets. He said it was shaking. We seemed like the ground was shaking. There was a few rows behind the Spurs bench. He said the ground was shaking, man. The ground was shaking. All the celebrities, everybody. And then Taylor Swift is there. She's from Pennsylvania. I don't know. I don't know. The girl could have been, yeah, that's what I'm saying. She could be an Eagles fan. I've never seen that at no Philly game. I've never seen this. There's no evidence that she's a Sixers fan. But she's been to a couple of Knicks games. So if y'all want to throw the Taylor Swift thing, look. If Taylor Swift go to San Antonio with Knicks stuff on, she's possibly a Knicks fan. Travis Kelce, he's a Cleveland guy. We didn't see Taylor Swift celebrating when Cleveland was doing anything with the Knicks. She just stand there with her man. But Jalen Brunson, again, just on a different level in the fourth quarter. Even in the loss, he was coming in big. And then he took the big shot with a lot of time on the clock. An OG and an OB crashed with the tipping. My heart was like, whoa. What did I just witness? Because I knew at one point something. We've seen all these crazy things happening in 1 point things. I'm a Lakers fan. Point forward, Derek Fisher. I almost lost. Obviously, that was against the Spurs too. But I think this is a bigger loss on the Spurs if you ask about the Fisher shot versus the OG tipping. I would say that more heartbreaking that the OG tipping was more painful. And then they tried to make a play for a lob attempt for Stephon Castle to try to do something, which that's something they've done. Thing they normally try to. They normally do a double swing for Wemby, but I don't know, they couldn't even get that. They couldn't even get that. And they're down 3-1. I'll tell you something. And yeah, we've seen 3-1. We see 3-1 series leads. Three of them happened this year, right? Three of them already happened this year. Um, I think more. I think four of them happened this year in these playoffs. We've seen it. The finals, the most notable, only one is the Cavs versus the Warriors. But look who the Cavs had. They had prime LeBron James. They had prime Kyrie Irving. When those two turned it up, it was on a historic different level. I don't think Wemby can even have someone that can even come close to if his impact is LeBron. Can somebody even be up to Kyrie Irving's level to help some kind of comeback like that? This is huge. This is huge. New York City is not a real place. The fans is going insane. They are losing it. The city is on. This city's never been like this ever since I've been alive. And I've been watching basketball for over 40 something years. Never been like this, no matter what team has won. It's ever been like this. The pandemonium. I'm sorry. The Yankees is 1-1. I hear you. But for this standpoint, there's never been this in New York City. Never. Never. This is totally different than anything that's ever happened. And they haven't even won a championship yet. Giants won the Super Bowl. Yeah, they're okay. The Mets in '86. Yeah, okay. The Yankees first win it in '96 after close to 20 something years since they won since the '70s. Yeah, that was big. That was huge. But this level, the Knicks didn't even win yet. This is almost like they was winning. This is different. Because I'm gonna tell you something with the Knicks. The Knicks is always a representation for everyone in the city. And this is the thing. Fans won't watch the Knicks for so many different reasons, for health reasons, a lot of mental reasons. They leave the Knicks. They just cannot bear to witness the craziness that happens with the Knicks. But now, when they've seen all this is happening, they're slowly tuning back in. Now they're fully invested. That is the total difference. one win away. The Knicks from the NBA championship. This is Pretty Boy Laker, and I'm out.